Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to give it just a minute for the video feed to populate. Facebook likes to take some time. Let's see. All right. We are live in the right place. Gonna share this really quick. If you hop on, let me know that you're here and just say hi. Real quick. Group. All right. Just sharing in my group. All right, well, hello. My name is Jennifer with One Crafty Sister. I am so happy, let's put this over here. So happy to be here tonight to share some fun projects. I have 3 really adorable cards to share with you guys tonight, so I hope you're gonna love those. But real quick, I just wanted to chat about some things that are going on in the Stampin' Up! World. Today, we had a clearance rack refresh today. So if you love to snag things for a good bargain, we had so many new items added to the clearance rack. So I shared a link in the video description in the post here, so you can hop straight to the clearance rack and see all the items. The items started, I always like to sort on the clearance rack from price lowest to highest because I like a good bargain. I like to shop for the best price. So sort that way, and you'll see that things start at $2.80. $2.80 for some embellishments and ribbons and different things. So you'll have to go check out all the awesome things. There's ribbons, there's paper, there are all kind of things. And I've seen a lot of them already go today. So you want to go check it out and see what's there and add them to your cart. Okay? So guess what yesterday was? Was it yesterday? Yes. Yesterday was the first day of fall. It doesn't feel like that because I live here in Florida and it's hot as heck still. And we're preparing for a hurricane to possibly come and visit us on Thursday evening. So it doesn't feel like fall here, but I know the further north you go, the apple picking is happening and the pumpkin patches are happening. And oh, I love some apple cider donuts. And apple cider, and I just love all the things about fall. It has become, in the last 10 years of my life, probably my favorite season of the year, but it's also a season I want to travel all the time and get further up north so I can really experience this fun time of year. But I have 3 fun cards to share with you. 2 kind of fall cards, one really fall, one using some new fall products, but not necessarily speaking fall, if you know what I mean. And then one cute Christmas card to share with you because you got to get started on your Christmas card projects now so you have time to get them done for Christmas mailing. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera down and show you what we're going to work on with the first card. All right, so this is one of my favorite bundles. Well, let's see. This was one of my favorite bundles. Just seeing, I see Melissa and Sherry. Hello, thanks for telling me hi. The autumn leaves, it used to be a bundle, now it's separate. So you have the autumn leaves stamp set and you have the autumn leaves dies. And they are just kind of timeless as far as having really beautiful leaves. Not only the stamps, but the dies are super fun. So you've got a die that cuts this big leaf out, these leaves, and then some intricate ones that cut out these pieces. And you want to use your adhesive sheets when you're cutting out these intricate pieces so you can easily stick them to your projects. We're not going that detailed with our card today. But we are going to do kind of a nice, it's actually a sweet and simple card. It was a card that we made this weekend at my at my coffee and cards, and it was my favorite card, and it was a lot of others that were their favorite cards, so I thought I would share it with you. It features the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder as well, which gives the card lots of great texture. So you can see here on this sheet of paper, this is a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and you see all that awesome texture from the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. We've got a little piece of our very vanilla and black checked ribbon. Kind of got most of the things already prepped here for us. I've got 3 leaves. These are tiny leaves that come out of that Autumn Leaves dies set. So we're going to use these 3s, and I'm using Cinnamon Cider, Blackberry Bliss, and Fresh Freesia here as a color scheme. Got some, I think, not Cinnamon Cider, oh my gosh, that's an old color. Pecan pie. I miss Cinnamon Cider. It was one of the colors that I used to like. So, but it's pumpkin pie. So we've got some pumpkin pie here that we're going to layer this on. And I have a Blackberry Bliss card base. Okay, so let's get to doing some assembly and some stamping. First, I am just going to adhere this piece. Set these to the side. I am going to adhere these 2 pieces together. This is going to make up part of our card front. So I'm just using my seal adhesive for that. And I'm going to adhere that. I have a couple little fuzzies on here. I must need to change a trimmer blade. Your paper snips are great hair trimmers. When you get little fuzzies on the side, just pull your snips out and trim them off. Okay, so I've got this piece. We have a little bit of stamping to do on our sentiment label. This comes from the Autumn Leaves dies as well. And I am going to stamp the sentiment that says, "Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful." So that's the sentiment we're going to use, and I'm going to use some Blackberry Bliss ink here. We're going to stamp this right in the center. So there we go. And then we're going to do some blending to give some color to this. Now I'm going to take out my little grid sheet to protect the counter here. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this and I am going to blend with a blender brush to give just a little detail to this die cut. So what's really cool when you have a stitch die like this is when you blend on it, it really makes those stitches pop out to me. At least I think it does. But when you blend, you always want to start off of your project if you can. You know, depending on what you're doing, sometimes you can't. But I'm going to start off my project onto my grid paper. I'm going to do circles, and then I'm going to keep doing circles and kind of go back and forth until I get the look I want. I'm going to pick up some more ink. I'm going to do the same thing. And sometimes I go back and forth with the direction of my circles, so you might see me change my pattern. Get a little more. And the reason you do this on your grid paper is so you don't get a big glob of ink on the piece of paper that you're blending on. So what I wanted was like a nice vintage look, and that's what I got here. Okay, so I have a couple other things that I'm going to blend. I am going to take the 2 lighter leaves that I have here and blend some ink on them. Just to add some detail and depth to the leaves. So you can see I got a little extra ink there, if you can see. but I kind of wanted it to be nice and dark. This little leaf. I don't have to worry about all the pieces of it because the ends are going to be tucked in, so you're not going to see that. And then I'm going to take, this is going to be for the inside of my card, and I'm just going to take and do some light shading. This is just another way you can add a little bit of interest to the inside of your cards. I'm going to keep going around, but I'm going to kind of make it deeper or thicker on the bottom right and the upper left. Oops. I think that was like spit from my mouth actually. Oh my goodness. We might have to cover that up with something pretty. All right. I think I did a little more than I planned on there, but I did. Here. I don't like that. I'm going to flip it over, do what I initially planned. Just wanted it more soft. Okay, that works for me. I say that, and then I'm going to come in and add some more in that corner. All right, I think, I don't know why I just didn't turn that piece over. I'm done there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere that piece to the inside of our card. I used to really like shabby chic, so that I always liked that. So something that you can also do, which I didn't do this on my original card, but let's just see. I just want to show you how you can kind of add some light additional detail to this beautifully embossed piece of paper by lightly brushing it with that blender brush and letting some of that purple ink pick up on the embossed design. Okay. So I'm going to add this to my card base with some dimensionals. And I like lots of dimensionals. But I have extras here if I run out, so I like to use them. So this is one of my really just a beautiful fall color combo, the Blackberry Bliss and the Pecan Pie. So if you haven't put these two together for a project, I encourage you to do that. If you don't have them, go ahead and add them to your shopping cart while you're shopping the clearance rack. All right, this is going to go in the center-ish of the card as the sentiment. Oops. Okay, so I'm kind of leaving a little bit of leaving this end open because I'm going to tuck leaves in there. Okay, so there's that. Now I have my 3 leaves, which I'm going to adhere in here. Okay, so when I put leaves on a project, this is a little tip I have for you for when you want things to maybe be raised or dimensional but not everywhere. So I like to put a dimensional up at the top but then attach it flat to my card on the inside. And that way I can use a glue dot, use a glue dot and stick it down, and I feel like they just look a little more natural than all being popped up. I also like, if you see the stem, I think the stem is more natural, tucked down, or at least tacked down. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you. Let's see. So I'm gonna stick the next one on here. Thank you guys for joining me. If you have friends that you think might like to see some crafty fall cards made, I encourage you to share the video. The way my business works is that the more people that share, the more people get to see it, and a lot of my business is word of mouth. So my mouth, your mouth, all of our mouths. So I'm sticking these in here where I want them, just to kind of have this little spray of leaves there, as you can see. Just realized one of my lights not on. I'm like, why does it look so dark here? How's that? Is that better? You can see a little better, huh? Okay, so the last thing I need to do is add my bow. There's nothing more fall than some checked ribbon and linen thread, those two together. There is my bow. And what's great about this ribbon is you can color it to make it match your projects, which is so cool. So you can use your Stampin' Blends, your alcohol markers, to color it. I also have a new light that I keep hitting with my hand because I'm not used to it being there. So it's kind of funny. So you'll have to tell me how you think the lighting is, because I'm trying out a new light that my sister Debbie had at her house, and she doesn't video or anything. It was just a craft light, and she's like, well, take it and try it and see if you like it, because she didn't like it in her craft room. So I'm trying it tonight. Okay, so we need to add this with a glue dot. You see, I like this ribbon so much, it's what I use to hold my glue dots in place. All right, and we're just going to add that right up there. This one needs to be trimmed a little bit. It's a little too long out there. Long and wild. Okay. So there is a beautiful fall card. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. Okay. You could do some other things to even make this more kind of rustic or shabby chic. You can take your scissors and take any of your layers of paper that you have here. I'll show you guys a quick little hack. Like if you want to rough up the edges, you can take the edge, and this would be great on this card. Take the edge of your scissors to a piece of cardstock like this and just go against the edge. And it gives it, you can see against this, it gives it kind of a rough edge. The more you do it, like it can get more jagged. You pull a little harder. You can see it gets a little more. And then you can also take your blending brushes and color on that, and it will pick up the color more because it's roughed up. So there's some different ways that you could make this even more kind of rusticy or shabby chic. But there is card number 1 for you tonight. Gigi, you're in New Orleans. What are you doing there? Are you there for soccer? Hi, Karen. And Karen, too. Are you there with for your son? Is he playing soccer in the States right now? I thought he went back to the UK. But maybe you're there just for fun, for New Orleans, or you're there to avoid the storm, which might even impact there. I don't even know what's going on with the storm. All right. So there we have our card number 1 for you tonight. Let's do a little switcheroo and clean up. Move some things out of the way. And let's see. I think I'm going to move on to this card. This card, not necessarily a fall card, but a paper that is definitely fall inspired. So this paper is called Winter Elegance, I think. Let's see here just for a second. Let me pull the catalog out. It's called Regal Winter. Sorry, couldn't remember what it is. So this paper is on page 35 of the mini catalog. It coordinates with the Regal Winter Bundle. It's very gorgeous paper, as you can see here. The colors in here, it's got Night of Navy, Cherry Cobbler, Wild Wheat, Shaded Spruce, the ink I was just using that we're going to use again, Blackberry Bliss. It just is really, really pretty. And one of my favorite patterns are these floral patterns you see here. And so I'm using one of them here on our project. And then I also have another pattern. I have yellow, this Wild Wheat, that's going to go on here as well. This is going to be kind of a white with pop of color card. But I'm going to share a fun technique with you. But before I get there, we're using this Wildflower Designs bundle. So this bundle, what I love about it is, one, I love these sentiments. I love the font, and they're really good, really versatile for pretty much anything. These are in the annual catalog, okay? These are timeless sentiments, sending happy thoughts, you've been on my mind, and thank you. There is this die set that coordinates with it. It has dies to cut out the 4 floral images, so you have one for each of these, but it has these awesome layering shapes, and we are using this one and this one here, so this scalloped one and this stitched one in the inside here for our card. But we're also going to do some scoring. So this is another card that I did with my Coffee and Cards class this past weekend. And my Coffee and Cards class is really for, like, I wouldn't say they're simple cards, but they're less complicated. We don't use as many tools, or we might stick to tools that are the basics, because that's a class that is great, great to like invite brand new stampers to, or if you're not sure that you want to get into stamping, I want you to come to that class because it is a great introductory class. But you still make 6 beautiful cards. As you can tell, we have a couple that you're seeing here tonight. Like, this is not a simple card, but because I did some of the work ahead of time, it was not hard to do, and my stampers get kind of exposure to some of the tools and stuff. And some of my avid crafters really like the class as well, because they get to kind of go back to the basics, and you forget that. Hi, Lori. Oh, watching from Lake City. You're just about 45 minutes away from me, if that. Welcome. Nice to, oh, it's Lois. Lois, nice to meet you here on Facebook. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this layer of basic white is I'm going to use scoring to create a design that is going to show up on my card base. So I basically, am coming into 1/3 of an inch, or I'm sorry, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm using my lines here to go to the 3/4 mark, and I'm going to use my scoring blade here, and I'm going to score every 1/8 of an inch for five times. So I'm going to do 1, and then I'm going to move an 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to move an 1/8 of an inch, 3, move an 1/8 of an inch, 4, and 5. Okay, so I've scored, if you can see the little rows there, 5 times, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I had it this way. I am going to turn it 1 time, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to score 5 times at an 1/8 of an inch increments. So that's number 2, that's number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay, so I have 5 lines and 5 lines, and now what you can see is they kind of intersect there. There you go. I think you can see that. You can see the design intersects. So this is a cool way to add detail to your projects without having to have another tool. You probably already have this. You can also do this with the Simply Scored scoreboard, or any scoring board that you have, to create a cool design to just add easy texture to your card. Okay, so we're done with the scoring for that. And now we have one thing to stamp, and then we're going to do some assembly. So we are going to stamp this beautiful "You've Been on My Mind" sentiment in the center of this shape, using once again the Blackberry Bliss. Oops. There we go. And now, let's see. Make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. It never fails when I use all white that I end up with ink all over myself and all over my project. I have a thick basic white card base here. So we're just gonna fold that. Give it a good burnish. And I am going to adhere these two pieces together. Lois, I'm glad you're enjoying the designs. Okay, there's that. We are going to adhere these two pieces to the card base, okay? If you are not on my email list, you'll want to sign up. There's a link in the video description. I'll be sending out the video replay of this tomorrow, but I'll also be including a PDF tutorial with pictures of the projects, as well as the measurements and all the supplies that I'm using tonight. Okay, so I have this piece of another piece. I need to trim my card. Every now and then you get a little off, so I'm just going to take a little mini trimmer here. I think I need to clean my blade. Got stuff stuck on it. I do, from more than one card. Let me do this. There we go. I use this trimmer when I have little things like that, so I end up getting like stuff all jammed on it and then it doesn't cut well. This was a fun little trimmer that we had several years ago, and I love it. I wish we still had it because I know sometimes I have customers that would love to have it. Okay, So now I've got those two pieces added. Get this out of the way. We're going to add this layer on top. So that beautiful color is just going to pop out from behind. Again, I'm going to support it well with my dimensionals. We'll have a couple rows of dimensionals on this card, but that's okay. You can get away with a couple rows of dimensionals on your cards. So that is going to go here. I don't know if I told you that after I scored this piece, I actually turned it upside down because I wanted the raised section on the front of my card. So I scored it on the other side and then turned it over so that if you feel this, it's raised, okay? I know you can't feel it, but trust me as I feel it, it's raised. Okay, I have next, we need our beautiful scalloped frame. And with this, I am going to adhere it with some glue dots. It just makes it easier because these little details on there, if you use liquid glue, it will kind of squirt out. So I find it easiest just to take and add some glue dots. You could totally cut this die with adhesive sheet on the back. That would be a good use of our adhesive sheets. Those are something they're definitely a staple you should have in your arsenal at home. So I'm just putting it in the 6 corners so I get it stuck down well. It's stuck to my fingers at least, geez. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals again. Backs off. For anyone that places an order this week through Sunday, actually through Monday, through Monday, I'll be sending them a kit to make all 3 of these cards. So you will just want to make sure that you place an order by Sunday, and I'll be sending you a kit to make these 3 cards that we're making tonight. Okay, one last thing, actually 2 things. We need some ribbon. So this is one of our new ribbons out of the new mini catalog. It is the Wild Wheat, I have to see, rustic striped ribbon. I have to get the name of it. Rustic striped ribbon, and it is much softer than I was expecting it to be, and it really ties nice bows. You guys know I like bows, or if you don't know me yet, hi, my name is Jennifer and I like bows. And when you're at my classes, I will always tie a bow for you. I do not mind helping tie a bow at all. Trim those. Is it too big? Might need to make it a tad smaller. All right, we're gonna add that. And then we just need some sparkle, right? This card needs some sparkle. So you need to cut a little off. You want it to at least be inside your card. Okay, so there's that. And the last thing we need is that sparkle. So I have these gorgeous Druzy adhesive back embellishments. Look how sparkly these are. These are super sparkly. Love them. We used these at my retreat and everyone got a pack and everyone's like, ooh, these are so sparkly. Yes, they are. Very sparkly. So where did it go? I lost it. Okay, so there's a couple there. And then one over here. Whoa. My putty is stuck to it. So there's some beautiful sparkles to add to that card. So it has a lot of white space, but I think that white space is really beautiful and classy on cards, and it really helps everything, all the color that you have on there, just stand out and pop on your projects. So there is card number 2 for you. All right, one more. You guys have time for one more. This one's a little different. We're gonna do a little fun fold using the Snowy Wonder Bundle. This is a fun Christmas bundle that you can make snow globes with. There's also gorgeous coordinating paper. Where is it? I was going to show it to you, but I actually don't see it here on my shelf, and I thought I got it, but maybe I didn't. It's really cute paper. Very cute paper. Kind of whimsical paper, obviously whimsical design. So we are going to make a fun fold card, and a couple things we need. I'm using the Take a Bow Designer Series paper, and so I have a couple pieces of that cut and ready here. So here's my Designer Series paper. We're also using the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. So I've already embossed my layer with that so you can see all those pretty snowflakes. I've got a card base that is cut a little differently. I've got some pieces that make the snow globe. Okay, already cut that. I have a little hat for a snowman. That's gonna go on in a little bit. And I have some paper for stamping. Okay, so let's get some stamping done first. I think that would be a good idea to start there. Set these pieces aside for a minute. All right, and let me get my stamping mat. I just want to make sure these images stamp well. So I'm going to stamp this cute penguin, if you can see him, and this really cute snowman. Look how cute that is. So I'm using my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. There's my little penguin. There's my little snowman. And then we're also going to stamp, I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. We're going to stamp with Versamark so that I can heat emboss a sentiment onto here. This is the base of the snow globe, but I'm going to stamp Let It Snow on there. So since I'm embossing, I'm going to first use my embossing buddy and just kind of go all over that. And that just helps, the embossing buddy helps keep your fingerprints off where you're going to stamp so that when I add the embossing powder onto here, nothing sticks except the embossing powder. So let's see, Let It Snow. I'm going to use our Wow opaque bright white. I'm just going to take and kind of dip it in here. A little more on that S. Okay, that should be good. This might be a little loud, but I'm going to keep it in the screen, you guys, so you can see the magic happen. Shouldn't be too loud. So I'm just going to take my heat tool and heat it till it starts to change and melt. You can see the magic happening now as it turns bright white. Okay, so now you can see how that magic happened and it turned bright white. I love it. Heat embossing is what hooked me on card making many years ago. Now, I didn't cut these out beforehand, so we're just going to cut out our little penguin and our snowman using the Snowy Wonder dies. They're pretty easy to cut out though. So I'm just going to take, just so I make sure they stay in place, I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape, line them up since I'm sending them through together. This way I don't have to be so careful when I send them through, because sometimes when I'm filming it's hard to like pay as much attention to things, because you're paying attention to all the things. All right, there we go. Should be good. So we'll roll these through. Our little snowman and our penguin. Now these do need one little bit of detail. I would say that they need a carrot tip nose and a beak and feet colored. So this is Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Blend. I think that they also need cheeks, just to make them cute. Because I like cute things. We're going to put a little hat on our snowman. I'm just going to attach that with a mini glue dot. So, look how cute they are. So cute, right? Okay, so we've got our pieces here. Let's kind of pull it all together out here for you. Now this card base is cut at 5.5 by 8 inches. Now remember, if you're on my email list, you're gonna get this as a tutorial in email tomorrow. And if you're not, you can sign up in the list that is attached here. If you sign up before tomorrow morning, they will go out to you sometime tomorrow. And if you miss it, you can always just send me an email and say, hey Jennifer, it's just Jennifer@onecraftysister.com. I signed up for your email list. I really want the tutorial from Tuesday Nights Live. I will drop that to you in email. But this is scored, this piece of paper is scored at 3, 6, and 7. Okay, so we are going to fold this and use our bone folder. I've got a mountain fold, then a valley fold, and then another, oh wait, something's not right here. Oh, I think I forgot to cut off the 1/2 inch. Like something is not right here. Let me see real quick. Oh yeah, I forgot to cut off the last 1/2 inch. There we go. All right, now that should be right. So yes, okay. So this is going to be a faux step card. So step cards are fun. It's a fun fold card. And so this is the base. So as you can see, you kind of have a big mountain and a little mountain. Okay. So we're going to take our pieces of DSP and add these. These again are from the Take a Bow DSP. So I'm going to flatten this out just to make it easier for me to put this on. So we're going to put this piece on the front little panel. And then this piece, oh, I always run out of adhesive on live. Always happens. Good thing is there's another one where that came from. Refill that real quick. It's amazing how timing works like that. All right. Okay, this one is going to go right here. So you can see how you have that. And then next, this is that embossed piece, okay? So it is 4 by 6 and it's scored at 1 3/4. So I'm gonna fold that over because what we're gonna do is we're going to adhere this in the center. Now you can do this as a center step. You can go over to the side, over to this side. I'm gonna go right in the center. And I'm going to use some tear and tape just to make, since it's kind of a motion card, kind of a fun fold, just to make this stick nice and well. I'm going to add some tear and tape there. I'm going to also add some tear and tape here. Okay. Take this backing off, and I'm going to secure this right at the bottom in the center. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece off and just fold it over here. So there you have your fun fold card. Okay, so now, and this fits in a regular envelope, so you can see here, this can go down into your standard medium envelope, so you can mail it. All right, so next I'm going to add these two on here. Like so. So I think I'm going to just put this on first. This is going to go on with some dimensionals. Right about there. That looks good. And then this we're going to add with dimensionals. This is creating our little snow globe. Oops, didn't quite get it in the right right spot. There we go. Okay. Now, you know, it's white on white again because I really think white on white oftentimes is striking, but it needs something else, right? So maybe it needs a little snow on there. So we have these adorable white loose snowflakes. Have you seen these yet, ladies and gentlemen? These are so cute. So I am gonna take some liquid glue, and I'm just going to do some dots around here, and I'm going to actually, but before I do that, I want to put these guys on here because I want to make sure that I put my snowflakes around them. So I'm going to tuck his feet in the bottom here. This is my little penguin. So, and then my snowman is going to go on dimensionals. The little friends. Like so. Look how cute it is already. Okay. So now I'm going to take and just dot, let's make sure I can just get a little bit of glue out at a time. I'm just going to dot some sprinkles around. And I'm going to pick up some snowflakes, hold it for just a second so it can adhere. Well, it's going to adhere to that. I just touched one of the other dots, of course. Yeah, that's better. So there are some little ones and big ones. So I'm going to try to pick up some of the littles and get them on here. I just noticed this one is broken. We can't have a broken snowflake on our project. Let me grab my tweezers and get that one off. Another bit of glue there. Can't have any broken snowflakes. Actually, this one. Where's it going? Oh, that one's broken too. What the heck? It's a little fiddly, but they're so cute. One more. Okay. I feel like I need one more over here where I kind of got a little glue mess. Little one. All right, stay there. It's stuck to my tool instead of to the glue. Okay, I'll have to get the glue off later with my glue eraser. But look at those cute snowflakes in the snow globe, because that's what a snow globe is. It always has snow. And then I just feel like it should be sparkly too, right? Because snow globes are sparkly. So I'm going to come over these They're still not dry, but I'm adding Wink of Stella to them. I'll probably come over them again after they're fully dry, because as you can see, they're still pretty mobile. Let's see if we can just stick them down. So with the Wink of Stella, they are a little sparkly. So you see the little sparkly snowflakes, and you can write your message on the back here. But what a cute card to send. Little snow globe. I think it's adorable. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right. So I just remembered that in my video description, I did not put the host code for this week. So I will, as soon as I get off, I will drop a host code in there that you'll want to use, because you'll want to use that this week through Monday to be able to get these 3 make and takes cut for you. So you will need the stamps and dies for the Snowy Wonder, because I can't send any stamped images to you, so you'll have to stamp and cut out these 2 guys on your own, but you might have another snowman or penguin in your collection, but you'll get all the other pieces. You'll get everything here. You'll just need to stamp your sentiment, and again here you'll get all the pieces cut. You'll score like I taught you on this video, and then stamp and assemble and get the ribbons as well. Okay, so which one is your favorite? Rustic Autumn, there's Rustic Autumn, or the Regal Winter, where we've used the Regal Winter products here on this card, or the Snowy Wonder snow globe with the falling snow. Which is your favorite? Did you enjoy these cards tonight? Here's a different view. Here's number 2 that you've been on my mind with the Regal Winter. And then the snow globe. Look how cute they are. And I love all of the snowflakes on there. So, oh, I did forget one thing on here. I was going to put a little red baker's twine bow on here, but you know, I don't even think it needs it. So, you know, because I love my bows. But anyway, hope you enjoyed tonight's Tuesday Night Live. Thank you for joining me to watch and comment. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you coming for the replay as well. The replay will always be here. Just comment replay so I know that you came to tune in for the replay. I will hop on and add that host code for this week's free ordering special, which is to place an order by Monday of at least $40 in my online store, and I'll send you the supplies to make all 3 of these cards. You'll just need to have your own stamps and inks, and for the snowman one, you'll need the stamp set or some kind of stamp and bundle for the 2 little characters. You might not need that one, okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget about the clearance rack, and I will see you next Tuesday and an email between now and then. You guys have a great night. Bye.